Prostate health after 50. Don't ignore the silent signs. Asterisk gentlemen over 50. Your prostate might be silently struggling right now, and you might not feel it until it's too late. I've seen thousands of men walk into my clinic believing their discomfort is just a part of the aging journey. They were wrong. This isn't about genetics. It's not about bad luck. It's about small, everyday choices that compound year after year, choices that silently inflame your prostate while you sleep, work, or relax. I'm Dr. Catherine Rocker, a men's health expert with over 2 decades of experience. Every week, I treat older men like you who are grappling with painful urination, sleepless nights, and the constant urge to run to the bathroom. What shocks them? Learning that their symptoms aren't normal aging. They are red flags, your body's alarm system. Asterisk, what if you could calm that inflammation? Reclaim your restful sleep and stop planning your life around bathroom breaks? Today, I'm going to reveal 5 habits that accelerate prostate damage in older men, the early signs you should never ignore, and simple changes that can reverse swelling starting now. This isn't just medical advice. It's the exact blueprint I use for my private patients. Let's begin. Asterisk understanding your prostate. Crucial gland. Asterisk. Let's start by understanding what your prostate actually is and why it's so critical to your health. Your prostate gland is located just below your bladder, wrapping around the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of your body. Because of this position, any changes in prostate size or function directly impact how you urinate and even your reproductive health. This small gland produces about 30% of the fluid in semen, a milky white, alkaline liquid packed with nutrients, zinc, and something else called PSA or prostate-specific antigen. These components help keep sperm healthy and protect them on their journey. Asterisk. The prostate also contains smooth muscles that contract to help push semen out during ejaculation. Beyond fertility, the prostate acts as a traffic controller for your urinary system. It helps switch between urination and ejaculation, ensuring the right fluids go the right way at the right time. Asterisk benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. The common culprit. Asterisk nearly half of all men over 50 develop something called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. This is a non-cancerous enlargement caused by the overgrowth of prostate cells. This growth puts pressure on the urethra, squeezing the passage through which urine flows. When this happens, you might notice symptoms creeping in: difficulty starting urination, a weak or interrupted stream, or the need to strain. Then there's the constant urge to go, especially at night. In fact, over 80% of men over 50 wake up multiple times during the night to urinate. Asterisk many men don't realize their prostate is inflamed or enlarged until the symptoms become too hard to ignore. That's because these changes happen so gradually. Your body and mind adjust little by little. You might notice it takes longer to start urinating or you have to wake up at night more often, but it feels normal. This slow progression makes it easy to overlook. Mild symptoms come and go, and often embarrassment keeps you from talking openly with a doctor. So instead of seeking help, you try to power through, hoping things won't get worse. Asterisk unfortunately, that delay can turn a manageable issue into a serious health problem. The longer an inflamed prostate goes untreated, the higher the risk of infections, bladder stones, and poor sleep that saps your energy during the day. Ignoring these signs can lead to even more dangerous complications. Your bladder muscle weakens from overwork and urine can back up, damaging your kidneys. At worst, you could face acute urinary retention, a painful, sudden inability to urinate that requires emergency medical attention. Asterisk your quality of life suffers too. Night after night, interrupted sleep steals your rest. You avoid social activities because of constant bathroom breaks, and the silent stress builds, affecting your mood and confidence. Early detection changes everything. When you start talking to your doctor about prostate health, ideally in your 50s, you open the door to effective treatment options that keep symptoms mild and prevent severe damage. Doctors use simple tools like PSA blood tests and digital rectal exams to catch issues early. Modern care focuses on prevention and early management. helping you maintain control over your health and life. Asterisk chronic stress. The silent inflammatory trigger asterisk. Stress is something most men carry silently every day, yet few realize how deeply it can impact their prostate health. Chronic psychological stress is a hidden trigger that silently inflames your prostate over time. For many men over 50, this type of stress goes unnoticed because it creeps in slowly and settles in. Unlike short bursts of stress that come and go, chronic stress remains, often without your full awareness. It becomes part of your routine, something you accept as just how life is. Men often accept these constant pressures without complaint. Cultural expectations make it hard to open up about emotional struggles. So stress builds up internally, without release. Asterisk, the physical toll emerges gradually. Small changes in urination, discomfort, or pelvic heaviness. By the time you notice, the inflammation is often well-rooted. What's happening inside your body is even more concerning. Chronic stress causes a surge in cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. When cortisol stays high for weeks or months, it disrupts your hormone balance. Testosterone levels drop while estrogen and other hormones that encourage prostate tissue growth increase. This imbalance causes swelling and irritation in the prostate gland. At the same time, chronic stress activates your immune system in harmful ways. It floods the body with inflammatory molecules like IL-6 and TNF-alpha. These inflammatory signals attack prostate tissue, causing damage and making symptoms worse. Your immune system also weakens, making it harder to fight off infections that can further aggravate prostate inflammation. All of this relates to how stress dysregulates your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal HPA axis, your body's natural regulator of hormones and inflammation. When this system malfunctions, hormone cycles become erratic, and inflammation goes unchecked. Asterisk, if your prostate is already enlarged, chronic stress makes everything worse. For men with benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, stress fuels symptoms that can strip you of comfort and control. Stress tightens the muscles around your pelvis. These pelvic floor muscles become tense and rigid, making the urinary tract even tighter. This muscle tension narrows your urine flow even more, making it harder to empty your bladder. On top of that, the prostate itself responds to stress. The smooth muscle fibers within it contract, tightening the prostate around the urethra. This creates a functional obstruction, making urination slow and difficult. Your bladder doesn't escape this either. Stress makes the bladder more irritable, causing sudden urges and discomfort that disrupt your daily routine and steal your peace of mind. Asterisk, all of this happens because chronic stress keeps your sympathetic nervous system on high alert. That's the part of your body that activates the fight or flight response. When it's overactive, it heightens the tone of certain receptors in your prostate, specifically the alpha-adrenergic receptors. This increased tone tenses the prostate and urethra, increasing resistance and worsening urinary symptoms. This combination of muscle tension, prostate constriction, and an overstimulated nervous system turns mild BPH symptoms into severe daily challenges. Your bladder feels like it's never quite empty, and every trip to the bathroom becomes a struggle. Asterisk, chronic stress doesn't have to control your prostate health. Take these powerful steps to calm your body, reduce inflammation, and soothe those uncomfortable symptoms. Start with mindfulness meditation. Just a few minutes a day can lower cortisol, the hormone that drives inflammation and helps your prostate find peace. Deep breathing is another simple tool you can use anytime. When stress hits, slow, deep breaths activate your relaxation response, calming your nervous system and relieving tension in your pelvic muscles. This eases the feeling of tightness that makes urination difficult. Beyond stress reduction techniques, lifestyle changes make a huge difference. Regular exercise lowers stress hormones and cuts down inflammation throughout your body, including your prostate. Even a daily walk helps improve your mood and keeps your muscles flexible. Sleep plays a crucial role, too. Getting 7 to 9 hours a night helps regulate cortisol patterns, giving your prostate a break from constant stress signals. Don't overlook the power of social connection. Spending time with friends or loved ones creates a buffer against stress and supports your overall health. Asterisk when stress feels overwhelming. Professional help can bring relief. Counseling, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, teaches you how to identify and change harmful stress patterns that are hurting your body. Finally, if anxiety or depression are part of your experience, medical screening and treatment can support both your mental and prostate health. Combining these approaches with regular prostate care offers a holistic way to safeguard your health. When doctors look beyond just medication and surgery and include stress management in treatment plans, men experience better outcomes. Asterisk inflammation. The active driver of prostate problems. Asterisk when your prostate is inflamed, it's not a passive problem that just sits quietly. Instead, inflammation drives disease progression, actively worsening your symptoms and overall health. We used to think inflammation was just a response, but now we know it's a primary force pushing prostate problems deeper. Chronic inflammation disrupts the delicate balance of hormones in your prostate, interfering with the testosterone and estrogen signaling that helps keep the tissue healthy and functional. It doesn't stop there. Chemicals released during inflammation make nerves more sensitive, turning minor discomforts into sharp pains and increasing the urgency and frequency of urination. You feel it as a constant, lingering pressure or a sudden urge you can't ignore. Asterisk inflammation also weakens the protective barrier of your prostate tissue. This barrier normally shields your prostate from bacteria and toxins, but when it's compromised, harmful substances slip through, causing more damage and fueling a cycle of inflammation. On top of that, inflammation changes how your prostate cells use energy. This metabolic disruption keeps your tissue in a loop of ongoing inflammation and damage that feeds itself, making the condition worse over time. The everyday choices you make have a powerful impact on this process. Your daily habits shape the level of prostate inflammation you experience. Reducing these inflammatory triggers can slow the progression of prostate enlargement and significantly ease your symptoms. Asterisk poor sleep. The vicious cycle. Asterisk next up, we'll explore another hidden factor, your sleep. Your sleep patterns can silently inflame your prostate without you even realizing it. Poor sleep, whether you're getting less than 7 hours a night, waking up frequently, or maintaining irregular sleep hours, plays a significant role in aggravating prostate problems in men over 50. Many men don't connect their worsening urinary symptoms with their sleep habits. What happens is a vicious cycle. Poor sleep causes prostate inflammation and enlargement. Then prostate issues disrupt your sleep, making the problem worse night after night. Asterisk at a deeper level. Poor sleep causes a surge in inflammatory chemicals, like interleukin-23, which has been directly linked to an increase in prostate size. Other markers like IL-6, TNF-alpha, and pentraxin-3 also rise when your sleep is disturbed. This flood of inflammation damages prostate cells and drives symptoms like urgency and discomfort. Sleep deprivation messes with hormone balance too. Cortisol, your stress hormone, stays elevated when your sleep is broken, keeping your body in a constant state of inflammation. Testosterone production decreases, removing a key protector of your prostate health. At the same time, melatonin, known for its anti-inflammatory and even anti-cancer effects, diminishes when you're not sleeping well. Your immune system suffers as well. Without quality sleep, your body's ability to control inflammation weakens, and the risk of infections that cause prostate inflammation increases. Asterisk studies consistently show that men experiencing poor sleep quality face a much higher risk of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and lower urinary tract symptoms. One revealing measurement, the Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index, found that men scoring above 7, a sign of poor sleep, had significantly larger prostate volumes and higher symptom severity. In fact, getting less than 7 hours of sleep per night increases your risk of BPH by nearly 92%. What matters most is the detail of your sleep. How well you think you sleep, how long you stay asleep, and how often you wake up during the night. When your sleep efficiency drops, meaning you have trouble staying asleep, your prostate responds by becoming inflamed and larger. The resulting fatigue and daytime sleepiness only further add to urinary issues, making it harder to escape this cycle. Improving your sleep can help break this dangerous loop and reduce inflammation in your prostate. Start by fixing the basics. Keep your bedtime and wake-up times consistent every day. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet to encourage uninterrupted rest. Create a relaxing routine before bed. Turn off screens, dim the lights, and calm your mind. If you're waking up to urinate, try limiting fluids 2 to 3 hours before bed. And use the double voiding technique. Urinate, wait a moment, then try again to empty your bladder more fully. Cut back on caffeine after the afternoon to prevent both sleep and urinary disruption. Regular exercise supports better sleep and prostate health, but avoid intense workouts close to bedtime. Manage stress with relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation. And get early daylight exposure to reset your body clock. If sleep problems persist or you notice symptoms like loud snoring, gasping, or daytime exhaustion, seek medical advice. Sleep apnea and other disorders can severely aggravate prostate inflammation and require professional treatment. Diet, fueling or fighting prostate inflammation. Improving your sleep is vital, but it's only part of the picture. Your diet also plays a critical role in fueling prostate inflammation. Next, we'll look at the everyday foods that might be silently making your prostate issues worse and what you can do to protect yourself. 1. Inflammatory foods. To limit certain everyday foods, especially those common on the plates of men over 50, trigger a silent inflammation that worsens prostate enlargement and discomfort. Red meat and processed meats. Examples: steaks, bacon, sausages, deli meats. Why they're inflammatory. They carry compounds that harm prostate cells. Iron in red meat causes oxidative stress, breaking down healthy tissue. Processed meats add another layer of harm with nitroso compounds, known carcinogens linked to prostate damage. High heat cooking produces harmful heterocyclic amines, HCAs, that accumulate in the prostate, increasing inflammation and risk. Saturated fats found in these meats ramp up inflammatory signaling and disrupt the delicate hormone balance crucial for prostate health. High-fat dairy products. Examples: whole milk, butter, cheese. Why they're inflammatory. Their saturated fat content activates inflammatory pathways, while excess calcium interferes with vitamin D's protective effects on your prostate. Plus, dairy increases insulin-like growth factor, IGF-1, a growth factor that promotes prostate cell growth, often pushing the prostate to enlarge further. Sugar and artificial sweeteners. Examples: found in many processed foods and drinks. Why? They're inflammatory. Sugar creates advanced glycation end products, AGEs, that accumulate and trigger inflammation throughout your body, including your prostate. Long-term high sugar intake leads to insulin resistance, disrupting your metabolism and worsening inflammation. Artificial sweeteners may look like a harmless alternative, but studies show they can interfere with hormone function and stimulate inflammatory responses. Fried foods and salty snacks. Examples: French fries, potato chips, fast food. Why they're inflammatory. These often contain unhealthy fats and can contribute to systemic inflammation. If you eat red meat daily, your risk of developing benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, goes up by 38%. High dairy consumption is linked to a 25% higher prostate cancer risk. And if your regular diet includes a mix of processed meats, fried foods, sugary drinks, and salty snacks, you are also likely facing elevated levels of CRP and IL-6, two inflammation markers tied directly to prostate swelling and discomfort. The sad part is most men don't feel this happening. Inflammation develops silently. There's no sudden pain, no obvious symptoms at first, just more frequent nighttime urination, a weak stream, or a constant feeling of not quite emptying, the slow signs of a prostate strained by years of dietary choices. The same foods that inflame your prostate also put your heart and circulatory system at risk. They raise your blood pressure, disrupt your cholesterol, and weaken blood flow, even to the prostate. Poor circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching the tissue, which can worsen inflammation and slow healing. Your metabolism suffers too. A diet high in sugar and bad fats increases your risk of type 2 diabetes. It encourages weight gain, especially belly fat, which is a factory for inflammatory chemicals. This leads to hormone imbalances, lower testosterone, increased estrogen, and interference with your body's growth hormone levels, which are critical for repair. Even your immune system gets dragged down. Chronic inflammation from a poor diet weakens your body's defenses, slowing healing and making it harder to fight off infections. For your prostate, that means slower recovery from any irritation or enlargement. 2. Anti-inflammatory foods to increase. The good news is you can douse the flames with food. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Asterisk examples: salmon, flax seeds, walnuts. Benefits: naturally reduce inflammation. Lycopene-rich foods. Asterisk examples: tomatoes. Watermelon. Benefits: acts as a powerful antioxidant supporting prostate health. Zinc-rich foods. Asterisk examples: pumpkin seeds. Oysters. Benefits: critical for hormone balance and prostate function. Polyphenol-rich foods. Asterisk examples: green tea. Berries, dark chocolate. Benefits: block inflammatory pathways. Mediterranean diet components. Asterisk examples: plenty of vegetables, like leafy greens. Olive oil. Fish. Asterisk benefits: linked to a lower risk of BPH. Even just 4 servings of vegetables per day can lower that risk by 32%. Asterisk whole. Minimally processed foods do more than just fill your stomach. They protect your prostate at a cellular level. Every time you eat, you are making a choice to calm inflammation or feed it. Your prostate responds to what you feed it, meal by meal, day after day. Excess belly fat. A direct threat to your prostate. Let me be direct with you. Carrying excess belly fat is harming your prostate more than you think. Visceral fat, the deep fat packed around your organs, is active. It constantly releases inflammatory chemicals that directly impact your prostate. If your BMI is above 25, your risk of prostate inflammation, enlargement, and urinary issues increases sharply. A larger waistline is tied to larger prostate volume and higher rates of BPH. In fact, about 36% of men over 65 fall into the obese category. And this almost perfectly aligns with the most common age for BPH to develop. Asterisk, the connection is biological. Fat cells act like a slow drip source of inflammation. These cells release substances called adipokines that stimulate your immune system and keep it in a constant, low-level fight mode. That silent inflammation affects your entire body, including your prostate. Secondly, excess weight messes with your hormones. Testosterone drops, estrogen rises, and insulin levels spike. This imbalance promotes abnormal prostate growth and aggravates urinary symptoms like urgency, hesitancy, and frequent night trips to the bathroom. There's also the pressure factor. Too much belly fat physically presses on your bladder and prostate. That mechanical pressure restricts blood flow, slows drainage, and retains fluid, creating a swollen, congested environment that only adds to the discomfort. Asterisk, these are the numbers that reveal all, and they cannot be ignored. Every single point. Increase in your BMI just 1 kilogram per square meter is linked to a measurable growth in prostate size. And if your BMI climbs above 35, your risk of BPH skyrockets by 388% compared to men who are in a healthy range. Nearly 4 times the risk. You can reverse the pressure and discomfort if you act. Asterisk now. Let's shift to what you can do. Start with a clear goal. Your target BMI should be between 20 and 25, and your waistline should measure under 40 inches. That reduces the pressure on your abdomen and eases the strain on your prostate. Next, adjust your diet. Cut out excess calories, especially from processed foods, sugary snacks, and heavy starches. Instead, reach for anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, berries, omega-3 rich fish, and healthy fats like olive oil and nuts. Eat smaller portions and eat slowly. That alone reduces your chances of overeating. Now, move more. Even moderate activity has powerful effects on inflammation. Walk, swim, cycle. You don't need to train like an athlete. Just aim for consistency. If possible, add light resistance training 2 or 3 times a week. It helps build muscle, which keeps your metabolism strong. And perhaps most importantly, don't sit for too long. Prolonged inactivity promotes blood stagnation and increases inflammation, especially around the pelvic area. You don't need to transform your life overnight. Every step you take towards weight management lightens the load on your prostate and reduces your risk of future complications. Environmental toxins. The unseen attackers. Let's move on to the final silent trigger for prostate inflammation. Something you don't see but encounter every day without even realizing it. Environmental toxins are chemicals that surround you constantly but are almost never discussed in routine health conversations. These substances are in plastics, your hygiene products, your water, and even the air inside your home. They don't make noise. They don't sting or burn, but over time they disrupt your hormone balance, irritate your urinary system, and drive subtle inflammation within your prostate. Plastics contain BPA and phthalates, commonly found in water, bottles, food containers, and microwave meals, leaching hormone-disrupting chemicals directly into what you eat and drink. You heat it up, your body absorbs it. Cleaning your bathroom, spraying air fresheners, applying scented lotions, or soaps. Most of these products contain endocrine-disrupting compounds that enter your bloodstream through your lungs or skin. Even your water might not be safe. Many city water systems carry traces of chlorine, pesticides, sewage, and pharmaceutical waste. All of these accumulate in your body over time, and your prostate feels the effect. And if you've ever worked in an industrial environment, handled solvents, or spent time near farms that use pesticides, you've been exposed. These chemicals build up slowly, creating a toxic burden that your body struggles to manage. The frustrating part is that you might be trying to do everything right, eating better, being more active, having healthier checkups, yet still experiencing urinary issues, discomfort, or inflammation that just doesn't seem to improve. It's not just your lifestyle. It's what your environment is doing to your prostate without your permission. And many men unwittingly make it worse. Drinking from plastic bottles, reheating meals in plastic containers, spraying chemicals into the air they breathe, and using products that seem harmless but aren't. The environmental toxins silently enter through the soap you use, the air freshener in your hallway, or the plastic bottle you drink from every morning. You don't feel the damage right away, but over time, these small exposures quietly accumulate and begin to interfere with how your body works. These toxins act like hormone imposters. Chemicals like BPA, phthalates, and parabens disrupt the delicate balance of your endocrine system, the very system responsible for regulating testosterone and prostate health. They mimic or block hormonal signals, confusing your body's normal functions and silently inflaming your prostate from the inside out. The danger goes unnoticed because the symptoms don't scream. You might feel a bit more sluggish. You might be waking up to urinate more often at night. Or you might notice mild pelvic discomfort and attribute it to age. But behind those signals could be years of exposure to low-dose chemicals that slowly inflame a prostate tissue and weaken your immune defenses. Studies have shown that men with detectable levels of BPA in their blood are more likely to show signs for prostate cancer. Men working in agricultural or industrial fields, routinely exposed to pesticides or solvents, consistently report higher rates of BPH and chronic prostate irritation. Even tiny traces of toxins in the bloodstream have been linked to increases in inflammatory markers that target the prostate directly. The good news is you can take back control. Start by ditching plastic wherever possible. Store food in glass or stainless steel containers. Don't microwave anything in plastic, even those labeled BPA-free, because those can still contain harmful chemical cousins. Carry a reusable metal water bottle. Choose fresh foods over prepackaged ones. Asterisk switch to safer hygiene and personal care products. Most commercial brands contain hormone disruptors, but simple ingredients like vinegar and baking soda clean just as well. Read labels on your soaps, deodorants, and shampoos. Avoid anything with parabens, fragrance, or triclosan. Asterisk clean your air and water. Install a carbon filter or a reverse osmosis system for your drinking water. Add a filter to your shower head to reduce chemical exposure through your skin. Open windows daily and use air purifiers to reduce indoor toxin levels. If you still work with chemicals, whether in your garage, a factory, or on a farm, wear gloves. Use a mask. Wash your hands thoroughly. Change your clothes when you get home. And don't stop with yourself. Talk to your doctor about environmental health. Bring along a friend. Teach your family how to minimize exposures. You don't need to live in a bubble to protect your prostate. You just need to lower the toxic load on your body. Every change you make today helps reduce silent inflammation and supports your long-term prostate health. Asterisk take action now. Asterisk gentlemen, prostate health is not a waiting game. You hold more power than you realize to protect it now. I've seen 75-year-old men reverse inflammation simply by adjusting their daily habits. Proof that small, consistent actions yield life-changing results. The real danger is assuming it won't happen to you. Trust me, in my clinic, those words always come right before an emergency catheter. Don't let that happen to you. Take what you've learned today and act. Start with one change. Whether it's swapping that afternoon soda for water or scheduling that checkup you've been postponing, your body will thank you. Asterisk if this resonated, do 2 things for me. First, hit subscribe on Healthy 70s Daily Life. Every week, I share scientifically proven strategies to help you age stronger. Second, share this with a friend. You might save him years of discomfort. Turn on notifications too, because prioritizing your health is smart.